What's happening, everybody? So it's been a while since I've been able to upload a video, but with this whole pandemic thing going on, it's been pretty crazy here at the boatyard, and I've been being bounced around from one task to another trying to get everybody's boats ready and in the water. So with that being said, another task I've just been hit with is another paint repair, and right there, you know, all this damage is from a piling, I believe it is anyhow, and it didn't happen here. So, but the guy wants it fixed. Now, what I'm noticing is whoever painted this stripe in the past, they didn't prime, and the owner said that there was no need to prime. So I'm just going to do a quick repair, get all this prepped and faired out so it's nice and smooth, and jump straight into top coat. And I'm going to show y'all how I do this. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is tape off the top and bottom of the stripe where the repair is being done. I can see this being a little tricky with the boat in the water, as it's going to want to keep going to and from me. But I'll still be able to knock it out with ease. Alright, so it's taped. Now the next step that you want to do, obviously I'm not going to use water and a Scotch Brite for this tiny little repair, but you want to make sure you solvent wipe it good before any sanding is done, and just to remove all the wax, contaminants, grease, whatever. And once you do this, you're good to go and you can start sanding. Yeah, see, a lot of blue crap. Pretty sure this is awlcraft 2000 because that stuff likes to bleed on the rag when you're solvent cleaning or waxing for that matter. So I feel pretty good that she's cleaned and de-waxed. And now it's time to jump into sanding. So I'm gonna get that set up and I'll get back with you all in a second. All right, everybody, here we go, sanding time. Now I got my electric DA and I'm gonna start out with 180 grit and get this all sanded and ready and cleaned, and then I'll jump into the 3M vinyl ester filler and glaze out all the scratches before following up with 220 grit. And then I jump into the acrylic filler stage where I just go and glaze all the porousness of the vinyl ester filler to prevent pinholes and whatnot, and finish it off with 320, mask off and spray. So here we go. Alright, so she sanded with 180. Now I'm going to solvent clean it again real quick, and then I'm going to mix up the filler and get the glazing. So here we go. Alright, here we go, mixing time. Now, I've stated this in previous videos. This stuff kicks really quick, so once you mix it up, you got to get moving, and you need to know where you're going to be applying it so you don't waste product. And just going to take a little bit like that. You got your cream hardener. Takes a very little amount of this to make your product kick. I think generally it's 2%, but I always eye it. Just put a little blob down like that and it'll kick just fine. So when mixing this up, you want to make sure it's all one uniform color of blue and you don't see any white or cream streaks or blue streaks in it for that matter. And once you do that, you're ready to go. Alright, it's all even and one uniform color. So we got to move. I'm out here in the sun. Let's get it done. Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to sand it with 220. Let's get it done. Alright, 220's done. Now I'm going to take the 3M acrylic filler and go around and glaze everywhere that I applied the vinyl ester filler. Now, we call this stuff toothpaste, it shrinks really well. So you don't apply it thick, you put it on nice and tight, and you only use this for pinholes and very, very small imperfections. You don't use this as a filler, you use it as a glaze. So I'm gonna go ahead and glaze all this and let's get it done. All right, my acrylic filler dried just fine. Now it's time to sand it with 320. So here we go. Alright, I almost messed up. Before I finish masking this off, I need to see if I got the right color paint. So I got my good old color chart here, and I'm gonna try to get an exact match. So let's see. At first I was thinking that this was navy blue, but it's not. It's either royal or Aristo. And I'm gonna say it's Aristo. So now I need to go look in the paint cabinet and see if we have Aristo blue. So I'll get back with you. So I'm at the paint cabinet and blam, we got Aristo blue. So I'm good to go. I can go continue with the masking, get it all ready, and hopefully this goes smoothly. It's right windy out there on the dock, but I need to get this repair done. So I'm just gonna keep moving forward with it and hope for the best. And you know, there's the Monster Fair cement boat. I keep getting pulled off of it, y'all, and I'm almost done with the next video for that. All I have to do is some spot priming where all the glass work was done. And yeah, as soon as I can do that, I'll upload that next video. But in the meantime, I just keep getting bounced around trying to knock out all these other jobs. And when I'm done with this repair today, I'll do a quick walk around and show y'all some of the other projects I've done throughout the past month while going through this whole pandemic that we're going through. So anyhow, back to the repair. Right, so now before I mask off the rest of this stripe, I'm gonna take this really fine Scotch Brite. It's equivalent to like 400 and something grit, and I'm gonna hit the tape edges and just go over everything real quick and then wipe that down, and then I'll proceed with the masking. So here we go. All right, now it's the fun part. Got my 48-inch pre-tape masking film, and I'm just gonna mask this off real quick, and it's super windy, so, well, this is either gonna work or it's not. Let's find out. Alright, down to masking off the edges. Now I covered this in the last video I did, but when doing this you wanna run the masking this way so that, give me 1 second, and my scissors are dull. So alright, so you run the masking this way so that when you pull it back, your tape rounds over, and that gives you a nice soft line. Makes for easy polishing out. You don't have to get aggressive with wet sanding, therefore you don't have to worry about burning through. So just wanted to show you all this again real quick. Run it backwards so your tape's folded. All right. All right, everybody, paint mixing time. So I got awlcraft 2000, Aristo blue. I got my G3010 and my T0003. Now this is a 2-to-1 mix ratio. You allow it to induct 15 minutes, and then you can thin up to 25%, which I'm gonna do. So I got my good old 3M AccuSpray set up. I'm using the 1.2 cap size, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the mixing and let's get it sprayed. All right. Alright guys, moment of truth. 1, I hope I got the right color. 2, I hope I don't get overspray all over the boat, but I'll be able to see it when I'm done, and I'll be able to clean it up if I do. And 3, I hope I got this prep good enough for top coat. The advantage to priming is it allows you to see what you may or may not have missed before top coat, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So I'm gonna solvent wipe it, then tack rag it, and get to shooting. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do 3 or 4 light coats and hope for the best. So. There's one. All right, everybody, 4th and final coat. Now, some of y'all are probably wondering how long I'm waiting between coats. Thumb test. Count to 1, pull it off. No blue paint came off on my finger, so I'm ready for the next coat. So here we go. All right, that's a wrap. I'm gonna get the plastic pulled off and I'll catch up with y'all afterwards. All right guys, that's a wrap. Now, the only thing I have left to do is polish out the edges where I'm meeting up to the existing stripe. I'm not gonna cover that in this episode. It's just gonna be a quick wet sand and polish. And if you wanna see the entire proper process on how to do repairs, go back to the previous video that I uploaded last month on how to prep and repair using awlcraft 2000. So with that being said, I hope this kind of helps some of y'all looking to do a quick and dirty repair that'll come out just fine. And yeah, so now I'm gonna take y'all and show y'all a couple other projects I've done in the past month. All right, everybody, so here's one of the projects I've done in the past month. I painted the hull, deck, and non-skid. And just to show you real quick, this is called Stepco Green. It's just a tinted version of Seafoam Green, but the owner thought that Seafoam was, well, too green. So I did the hull with awlcraft 2000, all the white slicks with awlcraft 2000, and the non-skid with regular all grip. So there's one of the little projects that I did. Now I'll take you to the next. Another one. This is an island packet, and you know, it's about 35 years old, and when the owner removed the old name off the stern, well, the gel coat that was protected was so protruded out that he just wanted to get rid of it. And he tried wet sanding the polish, but burnt through, so we decided just to respray the stern. So I prep primed and painted this with awlcraft 2000 as well. And now that that's done, he's leaning towards having me paint the whole boat. So I'm hoping he does, but we shall see. So there's another little project I did. That's a Hinkley, and I painted this one some years back, and I ended up doing about 20 different paint repairs on that hull about 2 weeks ago. And you know, that guy uses his boat. He does what he's supposed to, and he's not worried to beat it up. But yeah, that was a pretty nice one. Here's the Chris Craft Runner 36 that I painted. I actually covered that process in a series of episodes that I'll upload back. If you're interested in checking that out, check it out. It's a pretty cool process. Here's the boat that I just did that paint repair on, and as you can see in here, it's right windy out here. But yeah, so just showing y'all things that I've been doing, and I got a couple more. Here's the black fin that I'm working on, and at the back here on both sides he had some cracks happening, and he just wanted them quickly ground and glassed up to prevent the cracks from coming back. Now all I used was 3 layers of 9-ounce fiberglass tape. And the next step is I'm just going to grind that, mix up some thickened epoxy, glaze it out, seal it with bar rust 235, and then she's ready for bottom paint. So yeah, there's another one. So the next one I wanted to show you, well, I can't because the boat's already been launched and is long gone, but it was a pretty big bottom job. We had another company come in and soda blast it, and then I just took over from there. And what I did was applied 5 coats of Protect 2000, 1 coat of Micron Extra Red, and 2 coats of Micron Extra Black. And yeah, I painted the hull on this one a few years back, and I'm sure sooner or later I'm gonna end up painting the deck, but I'm gonna throw these pictures into a slideshow so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, so with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Reach down and click that like button and share with your friends, and I'll get the next video uploaded as soon as possible. I'm just being bounced all over the place, and I'm staying pretty busy. So it's a hectic time of year, and with this whole coronavirus pandemic that we've all been dealing with, well, a lot of people have been wanting their boats a lot earlier than normal, just in case needed, they could go jump on their boat and take off. At least that's my opinion anyhow. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Stay tuned, and I'll see y'all next time. All right.